This episode is brought to you by Sinner Greens. Sinner Greens live a much healthier life with this amazing health drink. Sinner Greens is super amazing, super strong. That drinking Sinner Greens will not just make you healthier, it'll make you whiter. Yes. For white, the silky smooth skin, drink Sinner Greens as well as Gluta Deluxe. The only skin whitener which has collagen. Collagen which not only heals your body but makes your skin much fairer. So, seeing that this is green, we now have a history of a green creature mechanic known as Shroud and Hexproof. So, why on earth is Hexproof and Shroud so important? It's simply because Sinner Greens has no approved therapeutic claim. So, yeah, here we go. Yeah, yeah. Coming down, it's a Mac. We got the artifacts. Green creatures and artifacts. Green creatures and artifacts. The facts. Then we're coming back from school. I bet the teachers think we're cool. But now we're going up to stay up late. Gonna call up all the friends and watch the movie till the end. Now we'll never go to bed yet. Going out for some pizza and beer. She's so fine and the night sky is clear. Caught me down and our parents won't know. Going right down to the rock show, rock show. Going out tonight. The only thing that feels so right. We're walking hand in hand, pretending. Going out tonight. We're gonna have another fight. I know what's going down. Pretending. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of The Geeks Hideout. And right now, we are gonna go through memory lane. We are going to discuss Magic the Gathering history and a mechanic which is very dear and dear to my heart, known as Shroud and Hexproof. Okay, so Hexproof and Shroud is an ability which allows your creature not to be targeted by spells or effects. So, if an effect like the Prodigal Sorcerer, Royal Assassin, it couldn't target any of these creatures. You can't lightning bolt them, swords to plowshares them. They cannot be targeted by spells. So that is another new ability that we have here. So where did this ability start? Well, it started here in the Dark. The Dark had a creature known as the Lurker. Okay, now as long as the Lurker, okay, was untapped, okay, or as long as you did not attack or block with the Lurker, you did not take any, or you cannot target it with any spells or abilities. So if it just sat there and was summoning sick, your opponents couldn't tear it, he couldn't lightning bolt it. The moment that it attacked in one turn, he could then target it. But if you don't attack with it, he can't target it with a spell or ability. So that's how the ability first started. Now, after the Dark, the ability was very dormant and nobody used it. In Homelands, they brought the ability back, this time with a legend. So it became a legendary ability with everybody's favorite legend creature, the Autumn Willow. So the Autumn Willow could not be a target of spells or effects. However, you as the controller can pay 1 green and you can target it with a Feast of a Unicorn, a Giant Growth. You can target it with Regeneration, making the Autumn Willow a very powerful force way back in the day. So in Urnham Geddon decks, she was super powerful. Autumn Geddon decks also saw her as a very powerful card. Actually, we're gonna add her to the Urnham Geddon deck very soon because she's a very powerful creature. Once you cast her and once you cast Armageddon, it's game over for the opponent because they cannot target her at all with anything. Perfect addition to any legendary deck. Now, Shroud continued in Mirage right after Homeland. So, sorry about that. It continued with alliances. Okay. Now, it continued with alliances, which came right after Ice Age and Homelands. Now, in alliances now, they had a creature which cannot be the target of spells or abilities, the Deadly Insect. It was a 6/1 creature, 5 cost. You cannot target it with spells or abilities. A Thunder Wolf could kill it, a White Knight could kill it, but it was a huge creature which can't be targeted at all. So if your opponent couldn't deal with this guy, he would take tons of damage. And this was also an addition to Armageddon decks. Armageddon decks loved Deadly Insect because opponents couldn't really deal with them. Now, right after alliances, Shroud became a mainstay mechanic. Most creatures now use Shroud and cannot be the target of spells or abilities, kind of like the Nimble Mongoose of Torment or Judgment. Now, Jolrael Centaur from Mirage allowed you to not only have a 2/2 creature or 3 mana which can't be targeted, but it also had flanking, meaning creatures couldn't block it. So if a Deadly Insect tried to block this thing, it would get -1/-1 and it would immediately die. So creatures even had a hard time. This was the biggest headache creature back then in Mirage Block, and green decks were super powerful because of Jolrael's Centaur. So there you go. There's the history of Hexproof and Shroud in a nutshell. We're going to feature more abilities in our later episodes in the weeks to come. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Geeks Hideout, kaboom, oh yeah.